So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Friday grid, and today we're doing it with a Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot mix from witty, French winemakers, and it is a delight. And I'm so glad it is the end of the week. I got nothing to do tomorrow except go with an American friend to Deutsche Telekom and be able to interpret for them. They're trying to get an internet contract going, and they don't speak German, which is kind of a tough thing here in Germany, not to speak. But actually, you'd be very surprised, though. I'd say most Germans are actually beyond fluent in English, if only English speakers were as fluent in other languages as they are with English. It's pretty fascinating, really. So we have a Trent H. Evans grid today, edited by Joel Fagliano. And if I can get my mouse here, trying to make it through all my monitors. All right, let's jump into our grid. Let's see what we got today. Okay, so activity at a company retreat. How do we put in there drinking too much, leading to a Monday that's very awkward, and spending the rest of the weekend worried about whether you have a job or not? That ain't gonna fit in there, so let's try something different. Autocrat of old. Well, it's almost always a czar, right? Okay, and mens rea. Billing matter. Its film school alums include Francis Ford Coppola and Carol Burnett. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is UCLA. Okay, so activity at a company retreat. It looks like it's probably that trust thing. I don't know what it's called, but you know, where you have to stand up on a thing and put your arms like this, like you're a vampire in a coffin, and then just fall straight back. And then everybody catches you, so it's like a team building, trust building exercise, maybe something like that. But I haven't got a clue. I don't know what it's even called, so. Billing matter. Is it a rate? Crossed arms or yawning, for example. Training announcement with the question mark. I don't know yet. Australian-born pop singer. Isn't that Sia? Shah? When you get the three letters, you know, Tom sporting a striped coat, say. Well, I don't know. I guess it could be a tabby cat. What's this Y here? That ought to help us. My love is like... Whoa, singer. And I think that's Mia. Biota component. I think they're probably looking for flora here, and I just don't know why. I'm trying to put an A where the R is. Historical region of France that lent its name to a food, and I bet we're talking about the brie. Maybe an acai bowl. So this might be called a trust fall. Ran point forward. Okay, lead. And I guess crossed arms or yawning could be a social cue for sure. And training announcement. All aboard? Okay, well, then all aboard. Let's get on this train. Draw, lure. Okay, cool. Well, we're kind of getting somewhere here. Well, inspiration for Old Major in Orwell's Animal Farm. And I don't know about y'all, but I love everything by Orwell, but Animal Farm was especially good, even as a kid, and then later in college, and then revisiting as an adult, just to, you know, recapture something that maybe I didn't catch the first time or what have you. But I really loved Animal Farm. And I think the Old Major is kind of modeled after Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin. And since Marx isn't going to fit, though, it would be nice because we could check ourselves with that X. I'm going to probably just put in Lenin. I guess that's what we'll do. Like Superman and his Fortress of Solitude. Oh, remember that? Christopher Reeve? He had that glowing neon green crystal. And yeah, like Superman and his Fortress. Probably alone, unless Lois Lane shows up. Send up. Probably launch. Doesn't really feel like a Friday so far. It's all kind of coming together too easy. Dark shade of brown. And again, this is... Okay, passionate hobbyist. Okay. I guess that could be me. Catch you later. I need to, in 3 letters, run. I need to run. There was just 2. I'd say go. They fill a break talking about ads, maybe. They're a snap to get. Okay. Well, no-brainer, especially when you've got half of it filled in for you already. Big success. See this H here? I don't know. Do you see it? I see it. I think this is a smash hit. Let's check ourselves. Rope fiber. I guess this would be Sissel. Okasik of the Cars. He passed on a while back, but I really thought that was awful. He was just a rocker from my time period. Like the FIFA and Madden video games. I think those are rated E. Cutesy farewell, ta-ta. Bill with the 2024 book. What this comedian said will shock you. And by the way, I got this book, and it is good. Surprisingly, it holds up really well. He's got like the last 20 years of monologues, and they hold up pretty well. Family Guy, baby. Oh, Lois. Damn you, firewoman. Cool Whip. I'm speaking of Cool Whip, Brian. Brian. Sorry, I'll quit with the Stewie. Request for assistance. Okay, now, do you see this in here? It's more of a statement that makes a request. I think. I can be so... I'm just checking myself. In case I am wrong, don't be laughing at me, please. But I think this is a little help here. And then hit that. I really should have learned how to touch type. Bell-shaped lily, and my favorite lily, though I am growing Japanese lilies right now. What can I tell you, gesture? Could be a shrug and devious snicker. Didn't we just have this? I mean, I guess is what that's supposed to sound like. Like some dichotomous questions. Yes, no, that works. They're sometimes forgiven. How about loans? What? 0 exclamation mark means? I guess 1. I mean, if you multiply 80 times anything by 0, it's itself. Festival with a throwback theme, briefly. I don't know. It's not coming to me just yet. Great way to be remembered could absolutely be fondly. I think everybody kind of wants that in life, right? Beethoven's Cry. This makes it into the grid a lot lately, too. I don't understand it. All of a sudden, we got the German... it's almost an expletive, but it doesn't mean really anything terrible. It's just ach, du Liebe, ach, du, ach, just kind of exasperation, I guess, right? When you say ach. Gets excited, maybe psychs up. Will Hunting's expertise in Good Will Hunting, and I think that he was a math savant. Road Atlas. Road Atlas. You mean Google Maps? Dylan's. It ain't me, babe. God, what am I doing? Gosh. Oh Lord. Yes. Me and these mitts. They're not even mitts, really. They're like piano fingers, right? I don't know what's going on with this. Officially inducted in mob lingo. Oh, yeah, I hear it in all the movies. Hey, he's a made man, boss. He's made. They made him. Hard fall. March, who hosted the $64,000 question. I think that's Hal. And this looks like a hard fall. Could be a hailstorm. And to an annoying degree, I guess it'd be ad nauseum. Part of the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Okay, so I guess we're going to go with Emmy on this one. Time to light it up. Oh, that sounds so 80s. Let's party. Let's party, man. Part of QED, or quod erat demonstrandum. And whenever I'm arguing with somebody and I don't feel especially kind about it, I'll usually say that. Quod erat demonstrandum. So, quod erat demonstrandum. Poor Mark. Take charge type. Okay, I guess that's a doer. This is a D. I mean, really? Even ads up here at 24 across was less inelegant than that. I guess I better finish this. Protector of sailors by tradition. Well, I think that's Saint Elmo. Thank you. I learned all about Saint Elmo in like 1980 something when I saw Saint Elmo's Fire, and I asked my dad on the way home what does he even know what St. Elmo's Fire was. I know Rob Lowe explained it somewhere, but I didn't quite remember or was trying to keep up, and he explained to me because my dad was a sailor. So my kid sister became a sailor eventually too. There's sailors in the family, but I was not a sailor. Accessory for a snowman, and I guess this is just calling for a mitten here. And I guess this festival with a throwback theme is a Ren Fair, which is, yeah, I might have even used that before. A Nigerian-born pop singer. Well, we're hitting a lot of my favorites today in Sade. Certain symbols of solidarity. You know, with this blank blank IDE here, it's just telling me it's a pride flag, and I don't have to put it in, but I just in case I'm right, I want to revel in it. Okay, I hope this is a topic or something. Savory jelly. Oh, even better, aspic. I haven't seen aspic in there in a long time. Green juice looks like solar power. That's clever. I like how that fit together. What do we got here? It connects to one of the heart's 4 valves, and that's the aorta. And wow, triple A's. Tiny cells. Perfect. So, burn letters. Maybe SPF. Lingering emotional damage. Chapter and verse separators. Maybe colons. Like a dissertation defense. Been there, done that. So, oral. Confer upon award. And I guess high and mighty is regal. And I guess these are scars. Textures for real. That's what I was worried about. Like, what is this jumbled mess of nothing but consonants at the bottom? Okay, makes sense. So seriously. And with that, how do we do, Bob? Well, one thing's for certain. My speaker's on loud. So, maybe a few arcane terms here and there. Not everybody's going to be familiar with, seriously, for example, in text speak. Not everybody's going to be familiar necessarily with aspic, or for that matter, umber. I get lucky in some regards because I am a bit of an amateur chef, and I am also, I'm an amateur at a lot of things, right? So I mean, I take on a lot of different hobbies and a lot of different passions and stuff. So, including my art, as an artist and a writer, as well as a reader. So a lot of it just kind of comes pretty easy in some ways when you work in this kind of thing. But I can tell you, there's a lot of things that I don't work with. For example, I don't. I mean, I ride the train every day, but they don't say anything like all aboard here in Germany. Some things you just got to kind of figure out, right? But this was a really good puzzle. It was solid. It was strong. And when you got something, you kind of knew you had it, right? And I love how it all kind of come together. And with the exception of a couple of awkward, like the D, for example, the poor mark. You could have come up with some. I mean, isn't there like a singer whose middle name is D or something? Anything we could have used besides a poor mark? I mean, I don't know. But other than that, SPF was good. It's used an awful lot, but it was just nice burn letters, right? Like notes from an ex or from a tryst or something. Got to burn these or something like that. Just the intrigue in that. No, it was just you're gonna get burned to this degree if you use this lotion, right? So I just thought that was really great. So a fabulous grid. Now we're gonna just push you away until Saturday, and I just want to say rather briefly how much I appreciate everyone taking the time to like and subscribe, and nothing makes my day more than when somebody comments. Every now and then I get a troll too, right? Usually over on the mini. Not sure what that's all about, but I'll even like those, right? Like, okay, well, you took the time to write to me, even though you're telling me something terrible or just that I can't even really translate, right? Like I don't get what you mean by that particular statement, but thank you. Thank you all. This community is just growing, and I really feel so good about that. It really motivates me to no end. I love my career. I love what I do. It's like it's not work if you love it, and I don't ever go to work really. I mean, I go to, a large regional, a healthcare administrative facility, and I work with patients all over the area here, right? All over the place, and that to me is just really meaningful stuff. It's great. It gives me purpose. But then coming home, this gives me purpose too. I really appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. And until next time, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Servus, grüß Gott, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, ciao, Cin-Cin. And we'll see you for tomorrow's grid. Be well, be careful.